Oakland Overtime, brought to you by Meyer, Great Clips, DTE, and Milk Means More.
Hey everyone, and welcome into Oakland Overtime. My name is Jake Rietma. This is Sydney Carriel. And Sid, yet again, a busy week in OU athletics.
Yes, definitely. And what better place to start than in the pool? We had a chance to sit down with two men from the swimming and diving team who came from Ukraine over here to Oakland University, and their journey was incredible. Take a look. We're joined now by two of our swimmers, and I'm going to be honest, the last names are a little hard, but we were working on them. Right? So we were here with Marco Hotanetsky and Daniel Grabelny. Was I a little close, guys?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
That was pretty good.
They're just being nice. But these two guys are from Ukraine, and they came here to Oakland University. Will you guys tell us how you got here to Michigan?
I'll let Daniel speak first because he got here first.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, right. So, it was really, it's important stuff in Ukraine to pick a college, and it's really popular to go to America for education. And, we've been looking for some schools here and there, and then eventually getting text from Pete asking hey, we got money for you. Would you like to come here and swim for us? And then he set up the Zoom meeting with me, had a quick chat, and I was like, okay, I'm in. And then afterwards, I've been swimming for a year here, and Pete walked up to me and was like, hey, I'm really happy with your results. So do you know any backstroker that would fit in our team? And then I said, well, you can pick Marco. That's the best you can find here.
Yeah.
So then Marco's story starts.
Yeah, that's basically how it happened. Daniel left, and I was thinking of coming to the United States too, and he basically promoted me here. Talked to Pete about me, and then literally within a couple of days, I had a Zoom meeting with Pete. We talked about it, and within a week, probably I committed.
When you guys first moved here, if you could take us back, what was it like? I mean, was this your first time to Michigan? Was it your first time to the United States? What was that process like moving here?
It was a completely different world, to be honest, because culture is different. The people, the way people behave, the literally elementary stuff, just like streets, that they build differently. So it was quite some new experience.
Yeah. What about for you, Dave?
Right, as Marcus said, it was absolutely different. But then, I felt like I've been on vacation here for 2 weeks probably. And then I realized gosh, I'm actually in school here. So yeah, but then I got used to it really quick. So afterwards, it got really well.
What's your favorite American food?
None.
That's terrible.
It is pretty bad.
What home cooking do you miss from home, from Ukraine?
All of it.
Oh.
Literally, even the mashed potatoes.
Are completely different?
It's different, yeah, and it's better.
I would say products just taste different there,
All right, we're going to talk about your swimming careers here. I mean, you guys came in, you're pretty dominant in the pool. What has that been like for you swimming here?
It's been pretty exciting. Everybody loves to win. Every time I finish the wall, I finish the race, I look at my team, we all support each other, we celebrate the win, so nothing too special.
What's your favorite part about swimming?
It's a tough question. Everybody loves to do what they're good at, and swimming is just that part of my life.
Swimming-wise, I would say, it's pretty much whenever you swim, you kind of hate it mostly. but then you look back at it and damn, this practice was good, I did so well on this set, and then you go to the meet and you stand behind the block so nervous and you kind of hate it. And then afterwards, you have a good race, you win the event, and you're just damn, I was ready for that. So you just enjoyed that part whenever you win, whenever you had a good practice, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And we talked about it a little, but when you guys were younger, what other sports did you play that you think helped you guys get to where you are today?
When I was very little, when I was 5 years old, I think I was doing gymnastics, and I believe it helped me a lot in the pool because it made my body more flexible. And as we know, the more flexible you are, the better it is for swimming. And yeah, pretty much it. I mean, I loved soccer throughout my whole childhood, but nothing too special, nothing too professional.
Right. I also done gymnastics for a little bit, but wasn't really good in it at all. But again, got some flexibility, and then I went to judo and swimming, both at the same time. And I've done judo for a year, And then I figured out, it actually hurts when someone throws you on the floor. And I just said, okay, I'll do swimming for now.
Yeah. What are your goals here to close out the year?
Well, I would like to have a good conference meet, do as good as I can since we got the kind of close conference this year because of Cleveland State. But besides that, I would like to qualify for NAC championship there, be part of relays and stuff, maybe win an event, get a cut, And afterwards, I would like to get internship, a job here, get experience here, because I got so much experience from back home and throughout my school career. So why wouldn't I?
Yeah, awesome. And then you have a year left after this.
Yep.
So, how do you hope to leave a legacy behind here at Oakland?
I'm just keeping doing what I'm doing the best. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep swimming, keep winning, unless someone decides to beat me.
That's the right mentality to have out there. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season.
Well, thank you very much.
Two great athletes there, and it was really cool to hear how they've adjusted to life here in America and have made some new memories along the way.
Incredible, really. And let's keep the international theme going.
Yes.
For our next interview, I had the chance to sit down with a women's soccer player who had quite the prestigious honor. Take a look. And we're joined now from women's soccer by Carava Dalmini. And the first part of this is you're going to help me pronounce your name correctly. So did I get close at least? Close?
With the first name, yes.
Okay, all right. So help me out with the last name.
So my last name is pronounced Dalmini.
Dalmini. Close enough? All right, we're getting there. We'll work that. But redshirt freshman on the women's soccer team and recently named to the South African women's national team. What does that mean to you, just to have such an incredible accomplishment?
It's always a pleasure to me to be called to come and represent my country, especially with such big games. I got to miss a year with them. I didn't play with them, but now I'm glad that they call me back.
Absolutely, and obviously being from South Africa, you've made your way to Rochester, Michigan to play at Oakland. What made you choose Oakland?
Actually, Oakland chose me. I didn't choose
Okay.
So after I went to the Under-17 World Cup, Coach Wampo started talking to me. We spent almost 2 years trying to get me here, and finally last year I was able to come this side.
Wow, 2 years, so it was a little bit of a lengthy process. Was there ever a time you were maybe unsure or you didn't know if it was going to work out?
Yeah, towards the end of 2020 I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come here, so it's actually great that I'm here now.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit about your experience on the national stage, but you were the vice captain, which I learned the difference between the captain and the vice captain on that 17U team. So what was that experience like, and how does that help you in your collegiate career?
When we went to the Under-17 World Cup, we knew we were going to play against an experienced team. So for me, I felt like that experience is an experience that no one can take from you. So I've learned so much, you have to do everything as a team, you have to be there for your team, and you have to support your team.
No doubt. And how have those experiences helped you at Oakland?
Since I came here, all the girls are very supportive. I love the environment and the team. Everyone is so open. We all love each other. We all support each other. You will never be alone. There's always someone working with you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time on Oakland Overtime. All the best to you for the season with the Oakland Golden Grizzlies and, of course, with the South African national team as well.
Thank you.
Track and field continues to make noise all throughout the Golden Grizzly Athletic Department. Connor Goetz and Rose Philogene were named Oakland Student Athletes of the Week.
Yes, Sid, records were broken once again. Goetz broke a school record in the men's 5,000 meter.
Wow.
And get this, his time in the event is first overall in the entire Horizon League.
Yep, and then Philogene took third overall in the women's 60-meter hurdle, and that time ranks third in the conference, believe it or not.
All right, it's time for the best part of the show, the social media posts of the week. And this week, who doesn't love a good game of Pictionary? Men's basketball sure does.
Oh, you think it's funny? Listen, funny. Michael thinks it's funny.
You ready?
Hold on.
You got it.
I haven't given the cat break.
We got 5. We got 4.
No, y'all got 4.
Oh!
about it afterwards.
Go on.
Okay. The category is oh my God.
Jake, I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that you're not very good at Pictionary.
Why would you assume that? I could be just as good as that.
I don't know. I don't think you can beat them.
You gotta love the guys having fun, and I think ESPN must have taken note, because get this, Sid, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies will be on ESPN2 February 18th.
That is awesome. And you know, men's basketball is looking to close out the season strong and on a high note for sure. So that's really good that they're gonna be on ESPN too.
That's right, Sid. Exciting times. Also exciting times for the women's basketball team, because they're gonna close out the regular season with the final homestand of the year. So we'll keep our eyes on that. But you know who's itching to get back out there?
Let me guess.
I think you know. I think you have a good idea. But it's time to go behind the black and gold. Softball season's ready to go after finishing runner-up in the Horizon League.
Yeah, you got that right. And get this, softball is returning majority of their starting lineup, so they are really hungry to get back out there and redeem themselves from last year. I got a chance to catch up with head coach Lauren Karn to find out what's in store for this Grizzly team. You guys were runners-up last year. How did that feel? I know it was a different year, of course, but how was that? You know, can you talk us through from the beginning of the season to then finishing conference runners-up?
Yeah, I think we experienced a lot of challenges, obviously, just going through COVID protocols, making sure everybody was able to participate, able to travel, things like that. And our schedule was unique last year in that we weren't allowed to play a lot of out-of-conference games, and we had 4-game series in conference, 2 back-to-back doubleheader days, which was very mentally and physically challenging for our girls. So grinding through the regular season was what we were staying focused on, and then getting to the Horizon League Championship week is really our only goal, because once we get there, we know we can make a lot of things happen, and we did that, and we had high expectations and fell a little bit short.
Short, but still made it to your goal, so that was great. And like you said, having back-to-back doubleheaders. A doubleheader is hard enough, as we all know. To have it back-to-back, everything you guys gone through and got through adversity, what does that say about the Golden Grizzlies?
Our girls fight, and they like to win. Winning's important to them, and they'll do whatever they have to do within a certain range of things to try to win. And it's at the forefront of their mind every time they're playing. So when we're competing really hard. And we know that if we still have one out to play with, then we can still make something happen. So they did that all season.
Right, and now you have 15 returners. You only lost 2 players from the starting lineup. How is that going to help you this season, and how is that going to be a very big strength?
I think for us, we're a little bit top heavy this year, and a lot of our girls have experienced losing that championship game twice now in their career. So the first part of winning a championship, I think, is getting to the game and losing it. Them having that experience just under that type of pressure and having done it, I think is going to help us this year if and when we get to that game.
We all know softball season is a grind out there, whether it be double headers or, you know, multiple games a week. What is kind of your coaching philosophy? What do you say to the girls, especially because you did play, you were in their shoes once?
I mean, we just take it one out at a time. We do the best that we can, one out at a time. We play one inning at a time, and we just try to stay present as much as we can, not focus on what just happened, and make sure we're focusing on where we are.
Yeah, and then speaking of your playing days, you did play at St. Joe's University in Philly, and I've heard that you threw a no-hitter as a pitcher. Yeah. Do the girls know that? Does your team know about that? Do they ever talk to you?
I think some of them do, and Google wasn't really a thing when I was playing, so I think when they Google me now, there's more like Oakland stuff that's coming up and things of my coaching career, so they don't talk to me about it too much, and I don't really talk to them about it, just because I want everything that we're doing to be about them, obviously.
Right. We do have to spotlight you a little bit here, though. Do you remember that game? I'm sure you remember that game. Do you remember your emotions during those innings and finally that last out?
Kind of. It's been a very long time, but For me, like when a perfect game happens or a no-hitter, it really is, it's attributed to the whole team and not just the pitcher. So going through that game, it's kind of just like we were trying to win. And it wasn't necessarily like don't let anyone on base or don't walk anyone. We were just playing our game and our defense is doing their thing behind me, and that's kind of how that happens. So it's not just a pitcher's thing, but it's definitely pretty cool when it happens.
And now, coach here at Oakland, in your time coaching here, what has been some of your favorite memories? I know there's probably a lot, but if you could narrow a couple down for us.
I'd have to say in my first year, our team, we didn't really know what to expect, and we were doing our best to just compete. Like I said, like if we can get out there and compete, that's the first step of winning. So we played UIC, who were the reigning champs, and we had not beat them in the regular season yet. And we were behind by 3 runs late in the game, and we had one of our juniors come up and hit a grand slam, and it was just like, that moment, our entire season took a turn because our team really started to believe that we could actually win the Horizon League.
It's crazy how in softball, one hit, one play can just really just change the momentum all around. For you, growing up playing the game, then going off to play collegiate ball, and then now continuing your career coaching, what has this sport meant to you all these years, and what do you hope to share with your current team that they can take with them?
For me, it's just my ability now as a coach to help student athletes kind of gain confidence in all areas of their life, not just when it comes to the field, because I do feel like softball helped me do that. But with that, it's just like connecting with them and watching them grow and having the ability to remain connected to them even after they're my student athletes. Those are some of my favorite things.
Yeah, and with the season closer than we think, coming up here soon, you guys are runners-up last year, so are these girls hungry? How hungry is the team to this time get that title?
We are very hungry. We are very excited for this season, and our goal is to get back to that championship game.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Coach, for joining us. We're looking forward to the season getting started.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have this week on Oakland Overtime. Thanks so much for tuning in.
See you next week.